Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Conscious Connections. As promised, in today's video, I'm going to share with you tools which you can implement to support your teenagers who are going through this difficult phase in their life. And you will also be able to establish a stronger connection with your teenagers. Well, this video is not just for parents but also for educators or anybody who is associated with teens in some way. And if you have not watched my previous video on how to parent teens, I would highly suggest you to first watch that and come back to continue with this video, as you will have a better understanding about what I am speaking. Hi, I'm Dr. Anjum Sabha. I am an educator and a conscious parenting and relationship coach. I'm on a mission to help parents evolve and heal their childhood wounds to establish lasting relationships with their children by awakening consciousness. Well, if we let go of judgment and pre-framed mind about teens, we will understand that teens are the most beautiful people to be associated with. Teens, with their ability to be energetic, enthusiastic, to lead an adventurous life with full of zest, they provide us adults an opportunity to look back at life which we have left behind. Our days are no more energetic. They are not filled with enthusiasm. There's nothing new happening in our life, isn't it? So let us pause and reflect back to our adolescent years and remind ourselves of all those mischievous things which we have done as teenagers. That way we will at least be able to empathize with them. So let's begin here, and the first tool that I am going to share with you today is about connecting with our children. I can't emphasize enough as how important it is to establish connection with our children. Parents are the most important people children look up to. We won't be able to establish connection with our children if we are fighting to change our teenagers. Parents need to understand that it is important to connect with our children before we start correcting them, as we all are aware that emotions run high in our teenagers, and because of which they are not able to take well-informed decisions. And due to this, it may be reflected in some outrageous behaviors. So analyzing the need beneath the behavior is really important for you to get connected to your child. Devoid yourself of judgments or any kind of blame or shame when you come across any such unacceptable behavior. Try to understand what is really happening beneath that behavior so that your child feels that they are connected to you on an emotional level. It is really important for our teenagers to feel secured in our presence rather than experiencing any kind of detachment. And another great way to connect with our teenagers is by just merely being present with them. You don't really need to speak a lot. Your energy is going to reflect a lot about your presence. So sometimes non-verbal cues like your facial expressions, your body posture, your gestures is enough for them to analyze from where you are coming. If you're approaching them with a lot of anxiety or you're approaching them with calmness, this is enough for them to feel secure and safe in your presence. So establishing a connection with our child is very important. And once we have done this, it will be easier to get our children to work with us rather than against us. A second most important tool is open communication. We majorly fall short as parents when we are not able to have a healthy communication with our children. We believe teenagers are grown enough to understand what is right and wrong. Chronologically, yes, but psychologically, the part of brain which is associated with decision making, critical thinking, or being logical is still under construction. So maturation of prefrontal cortex, the area of brain associated with these executive functioning, goes until mid-20s. So parents need to show a great deal of understanding and also need to learn to see things from their child's perspective. Teenagers are exactly doing what they are meant to do. They are just following what nature has decided them for. When we as adults stop this flow of adolescence, then it may hamper our communication. It may give rise to various experiences which we don't feel very pleasant about. It may get tainted and also become disrespectful. Our teenagers may want to dissociate from us. They may create some sort of disconnection. They may develop secrecy and also want to isolate themselves, which we as parents don't want to experience. So the key is for you to start sharing your experiences as a teenager. Share with them about your accomplishments and also about your failures. Let them know that it is okay to make mistakes, as making mistakes opens portal to learn new things. Let your teenagers know that you were also very confused and uncertain about things that were happening during your adolescent years. By doing this, your teenagers will feel belonged. They will feel that they are not being judged and that they are safe in your presence. So let's create a beautiful experiences for our teenagers to flourish. By doing this, we will be able to create an empathetic atmosphere where our teenagers may be able to open up and confide things to us when need arises. So when we as adults and adolescents understand the working of brain and learn to navigate through this, we will be able to cooperate together and have a communication which is open between us. Coming to our third important tool, release of control. Releasing control is the most crucial and difficult part of parenthood. We parents believe that keeping kids in control and kids being obedient is a sign of good parenting. Well, this is where the conflict stems from. Brain of adolescent is designed to move away from parents. They want to be independent and do things on their own. But we as parents are scared to let go of control. So when parenting is backed with fear and lack, we create more opportunities to be worried about. So when we let go of this control and drop fear and enter into abundance, we create a very different dynamic between a parent and a child. Let me ask you this. Do you like to be controlled by someone, say your partner, your boss, or even your parents? No, right? It's the same with our children. When we let go of this control, we are helping our children to flourish in their true authenticity. We are helping them to enhance their problem-solving skills by giving them opportunities to make decisions independently. Parents, strong-minded parents, act as guides and not as controllers to enhance and appreciate the positive choices that their children make in their life. So let's encourage them to move in this positive direction and believe in their capabilities to make decisions on their own, which also helps them to become self-confident. Let's back them in all possible ways so that they create a beautiful future for themselves. So the fourth tool is to empathize with our children. Kids and teens are more likely to listen to us when they feel understood. So whenever your teenager comes to you and shares, let it be even the smallest of thing. Say for example, they come to you and express that they had a fight with their friend. Don't turn them down by giving a cold response or merely just by saying it is going to be all right tomorrow. You don't really have to make a big deal out of it. Rather, show compassion. Respond to them in a way like, I totally get that. That must be so difficult for you. You might be really feeling sad about it. Do you want to share more about it with me? So do you see how different the conversation is getting to be? So when you start to empathize with your child, you are strengthening your bond of your relationship. So your child is going to feel connected. When you start attuning to your child, to your teenager, you are also allowing your feelings to get shaped by your child's feelings, which creates a resonance. So when you start to resonate, you feel exactly what your child is feeling, which will help you to create a compassionate communication with lot of empathy and care. And this connection is the essence of an healthy relationship, which is built on mutual respect, kindness, and a lot of compassion. Fifth important tool is to repair ruptures. For sure, we are no Zen masters to have complete control of what we do. Parenting for sure is a challenging task, as we face lot many challenges than we expect. And due to this, we are bound to lose control and behave outrageously insane sometimes. We do fall short in lot many ways, but what is important is how do we reflect back once we come to our senses and understand that this wasn't the right way to respond to our children. Say you had an argument with your child. It is very essential and helpful to reflect back on what really happened and to make an attempt to repair and reconnect with your child after you have apologized for your contribution to the conflict. There is nothing wrong in apologizing to our children. In fact, we will be teaching them that we take full responsibility of our behavior and that we are accountable for whatever happened. So, whenever you are ready, approach your child and see if it is a good time to discuss what really happened. Listen to them with a lot of patience and do not judge. It is important to let go of the notion that you are right and your child is wrong for your child to feel understood. So, take in your child's perspective and make sure that you both are understanding each other, because this is what paves a path for reconnection. So when it is time, you start sharing your experiences using I statements. This is really important. Say for example, you may say, I happen to feel this way, rather than saying, you made me feel this way. By doing so, we are creating a room to express ourselves and also to be heard fully, which is essential. So make use of opportunities to repair those ruptures and to reconnect with your child as much as possible. The sixth tool is the most important one: to love our kids unconditionally, no matter what. So it is really important to express our children how much we love them. It is important for them to know that we truly love them unconditionally. But here I want to ask a question to all the parents out there. Do we truly love our kids unconditionally? Is it really possible for us to love them beyond our expectations, beyond their accomplishments, beyond their behaviors? When we don't set these parameters that define our relationship, it is very easy for us to face the realities and accept our children for who they truly are, rather than building a fantasy world. Let your children know that they are accepted in spite of the flaws, as we all are flawed in some way. Refrain from blaming and shaming them for the mistakes they make. Reassure them that you are standing by them. Trust in them immensely, and also believe in their capabilities so that they learn to believe in themselves. So whenever time permits, make sure that you indulge in a lot of physical activities with them, like playing some sort of a sport or going on hiking, so that you can channelize their energies. By doing this, your teenagers are going to find an environment in which they are going to thrive. Remember, a developmental outcome for an adolescent or a child is not about the temperament that the child has, but it is about how accepting a parent is to the child's individual characteristics. So when our adolescents feel loved, they find a more stronger foundation to thrive. and when they feel seen and feel connected and feel loved for whoever they are in a better position to love themselves. They accept themselves and also have a resilient mind to go out and explore the world. With these insights, I come to the end of my video, and I hope these tools have helped you in understanding how you can support your teenagers. Let's join our hands in helping our teenagers to truly flourish in the most authentic self. And also, let's join our teenagers so that we ignite some spark in our life to lighten it up which has gone dull. Thank you for watching this video, and do let me know how did you find these tools to be. Did you find them to be useful? Were you able to resonate with whatever I have spoken? I would love to know. Please do post your comments and also connect with me on my Facebook page and follow me on Instagram for more such insights on conscious parenting, for which the links have been given in the description box below. Until we meet next, take care. Happy parenting.